Hi, I'm Dom from TRP, and we're heading down to this year's Tuner's Edge Drag Battle. Well, the first year we did the drag battle with my Subaru STI two-door. Back then we ran a 10.2, and I think we were the fastest of the day, actually. Basically, I never went back there. We didn't have a car to race. I've always had race cars, so with roll racing heating up, we're doing a lot more street cars these days, and we've had Adrian's Evo, and he's sort of red hot wanting to race everything. We decided to come back with that, and so many years later, it was good to sort of reset that same record that we started off with. With Adrian's car and with my STI, basically on par with what they can do on a Wednesday night, and I believe that it will go quicker without even turning it up. Well, with Adrian's car, we didn't know what to expect after all these years later. A lot of guys are telling us the track's very slippery. We set up the launch control just in the driveway. We went there, and the first run it actually bogged. It didn't even turn the tyres, and then we had to turn it up. I don't think it's much different from Eastern Creek. All in all, that track's pretty good. This year, basically, we want to try and get as much laps as we can in, because you can't race the car at Eastern Creek as it has no roll cage in it. It would be nice if we can sort of dip into the 8s with it. I guess if we don't have any driveline problems and we get, there's plenty in the 60-foot, I think the car can run a high 8. I don't know if we can maintain our record this year, as Mick's going pretty fast. But, I guess it's going to be up to the day on who does what. I think the only guy that can bring something to the plate is Mick Baghdadi. All the other cars, they'll be sort of on par with, the other 3-4 cars that we're taking. We've got Koval, he might pull a rabbit out of a hat. Okay, the mods on Adrian's car basically are, it's running one of our Stage 3 Plus engines, Samson's transmission, direct clutch, M-Tron ECU, precision turbo. It runs the R200 rear end. It varies between sort of 950 to 1,000, depending on the day we put it on the dyno. Yeah, Adrian's car has dominated roll racing, and we've proven it by sort of having a break and then going back and winning it again. He has pretty much wiped out 90% of the big GDRs, and I'm sure that at some point he will lose a run, and when he does, then it's time to maybe go to the Stage 4 Plus engine. Sean's Evo will be another contender this year. That's running one of our Stage 3 engines. It runs a Hollinger gearbox with paddle shift, M-Tron ECU, which controls everything. We're just currently putting the car together now. It runs a direct clutch. We're going to be sort of gunning for around the 850 to 900 wheel horsepower. We still want to run it on the Federal tyres. I'm a bit sceptical of it hooking up okay, but we're going to give it a go. I think Sean will be happy if we can sort of dip it into the low 9s. I think that's been his dream the whole way through. Josip's Evo runs Samson's transmission as well. He's running a 2-litre engine. That car actually came to us with that engine, so we haven't actually done any engine work to it, but basically all the accessories around it. It runs an EFR turbo, 83mm, M-Tron ECU, direct clutch. It's a nice street car. That car's run a 9.7 at 148 mile. We are going to be stepping that thing up to one of our Stage 3 engines too, but not for Cootamundra. Mr. Scissorman, he's getting one of our Stage 3 Plus engines. We're just currently setting that up now. Vince will still be tuning the car with the EMS in it. He's gunning for some big numbers, so I think if he can get it together, he will be fast. The car is definitely capable of being a strong contender. Yeah, Tom's R32, we built it from around 2 years ago. He doesn't really do much events with it. He just built it purely to drive it, and he drives it to and from work, and it has all the upgrade brakes. He's pretty much gone over the suspension. We built him an engine, 3.2 litre. It runs an OS88 transmission, M-Tron ECU. We basically fabbed everything up on that car in-house. That car makes up to 1,200 horsepower at the hub. Well, we've started our venture on turning my beast into a Pro Street GDR, and the reason why we've gone down that road is it seems like there's no credibility if you're missing a few parts. So we just thought we might as well do that, and like I said before, we got our big race cars basically to do the drag battle. It was fun. I had fun watching Adrian race, but I have more fun driving, not watching. So I gathered that we'll get the car done, and hopefully we get it there and it all performs. And look, we'll try and be the first to run a 7 there. At the moment it's all looking like Rob's going to do it, but we'll still give it a red hot go. Yeah, when he ran a 6, it was kind of like wow, because I can appreciate with how much effort it is to do that, you know, and then finally piece it together. And it was good that he did it in a genuine Pro Street GDR. It hasn't really sort of turned me off, but it's like I've kind of gone, maybe I should just back into the bushes, but I think we've gone a little bit too far, you know, so he has got the edge at the moment over having the faster car, but I guess, you know, same deal, it's going to be anyone's on the day. We had a bit of help from Plasma Man, which is good. Alex is cool to get all that sorted. Yeah, well, we've put an intercooler on the car. We've put this much of the radiator support back in that everyone was whinging about. You know, we've gone to a bigger radiator. We're putting the fuel tank in the back of the car. We're getting all the lights working. We're putting another seat in it. We're putting carpet. We're getting rego. I think it's a good getaway. So it's, you know, it's not just what we do during the day, you know, go and talk about the day and the night and have a few drinks. You know, the fact that everyone can just keep doing laps, you know, that's awesome, you know. There's no real waiting, you just keep going. Like you can basically finish your car off in half a day.